I know that 2026, you want it to be a different year. I know that you wanted to take care more of yourself. You wanted to be more active. You wanted to be more consistent and actually follow through with the things that you say that matter, with the promise that you made to yourself. At some point, I wanted that too. And for a long time, I couldn't stick to anything. And when this happens, the problem is not that we don't want it enough. The problem is that we often rely on a system that it's going to fail us. Let me ask you a question. How many times have you said, this year, Monday, I'll start again? That's why in this video, I'm gonna show you how I got to train 100 days, and the first 120 days of this year, I trained even on the days that I was tired, even on the days that I didn't feel like it. If you stay with me in this video, you're gonna finish with a simple way to follow through. But if you don't, you will probably keep repeating the same cycle of motivation, inconsistency, frustration, and start over again. Look, I know things hasn't happened the way that you wanted this year, and I know that because I lived that too. I was doing exactly the same thing, relying on motivation, relying on willpower, and telling myself all the time, this time it will be serious. But what a lot of people don't know is that willpower, it's like a muscle, it gets tired. You know, you start the day fully motivated, but by the end of the day, the energy is gone. And that's when a lot of the real decisions happen. If you are someone who works out in the end of the day, you know you're gonna be asking yourself, am I really going? And this is where we lose all the time, because suddenly everything, any reason becomes an excuse. It can be, I'm tired, I deserve to rest, I did a lot today, I can go tomorrow. And if you think about it, they all seem logical, but they're all predictable too. The shift for me was realizing this. Consistency, it's not built on willpower, it's built on removing decisions. Thinking your brain like a GPS. If you don't enter the address where you're gonna go, it's gonna keep interrupting you, it's gonna keep recalculating. That's exactly what happened to me. I did not have a clear direction, so my brain was offering me options, and all the options, they were very good excuses to not go. Now compare when a destination, it's already set. You start driving, you don't think, you don't negotiate, you just follow the route. You're still driving, the effort didn't change, but now you know where to go, and that's what deciding ahead of time does. So instead of trying to push harder like a lot of women do, I just follow 3 steps. 1, I decide earlier. 2, I prepare myself. And 3, I created a no return point. And this is what I'm gonna share with you now. The first thing I started doing, it was to decide the day before. I don't wake up in the morning and decide if I'm gonna work out or not. That decision was already made the day before. And I'm deciding also the time, after what I'm going to exercise. I tell the people in the house, because I realized every time that I didn't decide, I was always depending on how I felt. And me and you, we both know how this ends. I actually write in my agenda that I'm going to work out. Like I have here, HIIT workout, gym. Even if I know already that I'm going, I still write it because I want it to be visible, I want it to be there, and I wanted to make sure that I reserve the time for it. So make sure you are deciding the day before. Decide today if you're going to exercise or not tomorrow. Not tomorrow, today. Second thing, it's preparation. My clothes are separated the night before. My gym bag, it's ready to go. And my shoes are also ready. I know it sounds simple and obvious, but that's where a lot of people get stuck. I remember one day I was in front of my closet and I was trying to figure it out what I was going to wear to the gym. My fiance Michael, he was sleeping in the bedroom. I didn't want to wake him up, and I was just looking. At some point I was just like, oh my God, this is too complicated, I'm gonna go back to bed. It was just a small moment, but when I realized that just looking, trying to figure it out what to wear became an excuse for me to not exercise on that day, it hit me that the reason why I wasn't going wasn't just because I was being lazy. I was actually making things harder than they needed to be. So now I don't joke around. I'm always prepared. And if you look at your routine honestly, you might notice that there is some small points that makes everything fall apart. And it's not because you don't care, it's just because it's too much friction. Third thing was the point of no return, and that was a game change for me. The final decision that I take, it's really when I'm already dressed up, got out of the house, I took the car, I drove to the gym, I'm in the parking lot. That's when I decided if I'm going in or not. Because if you think about it, the hardest part, it's not the workout. It's getting up, getting ready, getting there. When you're thinking that you don't feel like it or you were too tired, you're not there, you're not in front of the gym or with your workout clothes. You were still sitting on the couch, you're still finishing work. And that's where most of us stop, because we don't skip the workout, we skip the start. Once you are there, something shifts. You think, I'm already here, so I might as well do something. And that's something, it's everything. Sometimes it's just a walk, sometimes it's a great workout. But the point is, you showed up. And listen to this. Every time you show up, you build trust in yourself. Those days that I skip, they feel different, because it's not that I don't feel like it. It's about that I am aware that I'm tired, that my body feels tired, and I need to rest. There is a big difference between quitting before you start and quitting when you're already there. The truth is, we won't feel like it most of days. We have to understand that feeling, it's not a requirement, it's a bonus. If you're feeling like it, that's great. If you don't, you do it anyway. And if it only counts when everything's perfect, when we're feeling motivated, we won't get too far with our goals. If it's not decided before, it becomes optional. And if it's optional, it will drain your energy, it will drain your willpower. We don't become consistent with a habit by pushing harder. We become consistent by deciding earlier, preparing ourselves, and showing up. That's what changed for me, and that's what it's available to you. So the real question is not, do I feel like it, but did I make it easy enough to follow through? This is what I wanted to share with you, and if you found it valuable, just hit like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next one.